Hey, good afternoon, everyone. This is a video for people asking to see a little bit more of the 1946 Cadillac Series 62 Sedanette that may or may not be for sale. Um, just a little story for people to understand that statement. I have a daughter going to college this coming year, and she has a couple different options. One of them, she does have a scholarship to one school, so we're just trying to figure it out, what school she wants to go to. So I know I had this out for sale for a little bit but took it off, and I know there's still more people pinging me with some questions. Just want to see some video of the Cadillac, but here it is in all its glory. I picked up this Cadillac just over a year ago. This Cadillac I found in Colorado Springs, Colorado. The owner, he pretty much had it in his family for the majority of the life of the car. His dad bought it in 1946, handed it down to his son for college. He didn't drive it. He put it away, gave it to his younger brother for college, and then he put it away, and then he ended up getting it back in 1970. So at that time, he did repaint the Cadillac. The original color, still lacquer paint. It's a Sedona blue from Cadillac from 1946, and he recovered the seats. Everything else is all original. There is close to 31,000 original miles on this car. So this car was hardly driven. Still has some little issues, but overall good shape for a car that age. We're coming with 77, 78 years old for a 1946. But I'll do a quick walk around and just show you all the little details of this car. So once again, came out of Colorado, and the exterior, for being a 50 plus year old paint job, is still in overall really good shape. There is some little dings and issues. You have a scratch right there with a dent that was done with the old ownership. There is some minor scratches on the top, and it looks like a little bit of waviness. You can barely feel it, but I'm not sure if it maybe got a little bit of hail damage in the past. But overall, the car is really straight. And I'll open up the engine and the trunk and show you guys the interior. I'll start her up just so you guys can see it. But it's definitely a car that catches attention. It does have some 14-inch bolt-on wire wheels on it, the Cadillac emblem. But I do have the stock tires and wheels that come with it. Those are the tires that came with it, and the hubcaps. So for the right price, I could throw everything in there. But as far as additional details on the car, this has a flathead V8 346 Cadillac engine in it. As mentioned before, approaching 31,000 original miles. She is a 6-volt system, has a 4-speed hydromatic automatic transmission. So a lot of these were manual back in the day. Cadillac was definitely ahead of its time back in 1946. It does have the skirts, does have the Fulton visor, and once again, the paint is not perfect. Little chips here and there. And it is missing the gravel guards. And when I got them, they were rusted out. So I took them off, and I did have somebody, a metal fabricator, working on creating me a set, but he's still working on it, so hopefully I can get those done and added to the car. Big bumpers. It has the big old bumperettes, the backup light, and of course the hidden gas tank right there, the gas door behind the tail light. Pretty cool option from Caddy back then. But taking a look at the interior, as I mentioned, the previous owner back in 1970, and I apologize, it's a little messy, I should have vacuumed it out, did rewrap the panels and the seats, but the headliner is still original. Back seat is still good. I'm not covering anything up. And then it does have the armrest for the rear. Of course, you have all the ashtrays, roll-up windows, and then of course the dash. As mentioned, the 30,000, approaching 31,000. I still drive this car a lot. Original miles, but she's in great shape. Original AM radio. That does not work. It turns on, but it doesn't work. I have the original clock, doesn't work, but it does have the visors. Ended up putting a 50s Cadillac mirror in there. The ashtray, but in overall amazing shape for this car. Let me open up the engine. I'll show you the engine. I'll do a cold start. This car's been sitting for a little bit out here. That way you can see it start up. Car does have the fog lights. They're not wired up because I was thinking about converting it to 12 volt, but it's still on 6 volt. But I wanted to show you how to open up the hood on this car. Just right here on the emblem. See if I could do this with one hand. And there's the original engine, 346 flathead V8. Has a wolf whistle right there, but everything is all original. Still have the original windshield washer fluid reservoir there. The heat vents even comes with the original asbestos. I covered the headers. Those are porcelain headers. The oil bath, everything all original. The only bad thing is the springs are original too, so sometimes they sag, so a lot of times I just put a little stick to hold it up if I have the tender on it. But other than that, I mean, she runs great. So just want to make sure I touch the headers. This is just foil just to keep this from melting, but touch the headers. Everything's cold. The heads are cold. I'll start her up real quick. This one does have an inline fuel pump. I guess that's the other thing. The mechanical fuel pump failed, but we bypassed that. So we just turn the key on. The gauges do work. Oil pressure works, temperature does work, battery, gas gauge, everything is still in working order. As mentioned before, the only other thing that doesn't work was the mechanical fuel pump. We had bypassed that, have an inline fuel pump. There's a switch underneath where if you want to turn it on, off, if you ever get that working, it's underneath. But she runs great. Single exhaust. She runs a little rich. She can be tuned. I played with the carburetor a little bit, just trying to lean it out. She's a great runner. Here's the trunk. The trunk is also original carpet and everything. Nothing was swapped out here. You can definitely tell the age. Excuse the mess on that. Still has the Firestone spare tire. But there she is. If I do keep her, I planned on sending bumpers and things out to chrome. Bumpers are original chrome, so they're in rough shape for the age, but we will see. But there she is. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Be more than happy to answer any type of questions people may have. And I hope everybody has a great day. God bless.